Good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about mallet dampening on vibraphone as opposed to pedal dampening. Sometimes it's good to use pedal dampening, but sometimes mallet dampening is an even better idea. So let's get right to it. We're going to be using a gold bar vibraphone for this, and I'm very fortunate to be doing this video in the Labyrinth of Knox United Church in downtown Calgary before a dress rehearsal starts. And I was also very fortunate to borrow this instrument from the Civic Symphony Orchestra. I'm just going to relocate the camera so that you can see the instrument as I'm working on it. So, regarding pedal dampening, if you're switching from one chord to another, obviously it's nice to use the pedal to dampen because you're trying to cut off all of the notes before you move on to the next one. But there are two situations that I can think of in particular in which mallet dampening works even better. One of them is if you play a chord and then you want to be able to play a melody while dampening each individual note that you've just played as you play the next one, but you still want to have the chord ringing while you play the melody. That's one good example for where mallet dampening comes in handy. Another one would be if you play a chord and you just want to change one chord tone. So just a very basic example would be G major triad with the upper G in the octave, and then you want to change it from this chord to a seventh chord. You can play the chord just dampen the one note that you want to change. So here's a few tips on mallet dampening. What you want to do is just press down very lightly as you go to the next note. If you press down too hard, then you'll get that kind of slamming sound and you'll make contact sound as you try to dampen. Keep in mind that when you're trying to dampen, you're trying to get rid of sound, and therefore you don't want to produce extra sound. So you can just do some exercises to move around like that. You can do a chord. Practice allowing the chord to ring while you're holding the pedal down so that you can move around. And also, if you want to just do a melody, let's say you have a melody or a scale or whatever, and you want to have the dampening be smooth and not make too much extra noise, then mallet dampening is nice because if you use the pedal instead, there can be some extra mechanical noise from using the pedal. It also just feels clumsy to use the pedal all the time over and over and over like that if it's not necessary, whereas this is quite a bit smoother. So that's a little bit about mallet dampening on the vibraphone. One last thing that I'll mention is that it is nice if you're using laminate cord vibraphone mallets rather than yarn mallets. It'll make the mallet dampening transitions a little bit more smooth. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.